And I'm here with the man who I've been wanting to catch for a while, Scarecrow. Bro, good to see you.
Good to see you, man. How you been?
Turn the rappers to mannequins, when these packing us, packing it, packing a panadol, pass a pound from my paladin, with the wind in the happening, turn the masses to massacre, I'm a natural, be it single-handedly, Anakin, fucking out of comparison, down I have panelists, feed the fish from the barrel, and never bully and pacifist, trained in my practices, or brave by a massive fist, my mind, I'ma have you beat yourself like a masochist, clinging to the straight jackets that have come for me, I got more shortcomings than a dwarf orgy, still spit a rhythm and lyricism and roll, form quick as concords, and they drop the tongue cord.
Asian supermarkets are the best. Like early this year, I just sort of felt a bit of an urge and I started writing again. Well, I started writing in high school, sort of like halfway through high school. It's been a mad time this year musically.
So you have just signed up with a new label. Can you tell a little bit more about that? What was it that made you actually not hang them up?
It wasn't anything special. I just did a selfie video of me, and in that 2 hours we did a beat and I wrote a verse and he wrote a hook and we recorded it. There are people who I consider to be Canberra hip-hop legends who have been around longer than me, but I kind of didn't want to cement that until I was able to get in the same room as Ghost Attack and find out that we actually had chemistry in the studio and were able to work together. But in the meantime, I'm knocking out some feature verses.
So we can basically consider you one of the veterans of the Canberra hip hop scene, can't we?
I'm from Sydney.
Hello everybody from Canberra, from the Rap FC First of the Month party on the 1st of August at Sideways. And I'm here with the man who I've been wanting to catch for a while, Scarecrow. Bro, good to see you.
Good to see you, man. How you been?
I've been great, but I've been very curious about what's going on in your life and in music life. Let me ask you the first question that have been asking recently of all artists. What does Scarecrow mean? How did it come about? What's behind it?
So Scarecrow, it's got very nerdy origins. It goes right back to high school, and me and my friends were all into the same author, who is Matthew Riley, who is a Sydney author that lives in the States now. And as you do when you're in high school and you're hyper fixate on something with your friends, we all kind of took on nicknames from characters in his books, and I happened to take on the name Scarecrow, which was the call sign for one of the Marines. So it's like a military action kind of book. So when I picked up music, when I started rapping, I was like, fuck it, I'll stick with Scarecrow. So yeah, that's how out of my whole group of friends, mine's the only one that stuck to this day.
That's cool, man. So how long has it been? When did you first start writing raps?
Well, I started writing in high school, sort of like halfway through high school, but it was all terrible. Like I didn't sort of like take it serious or start recording until I was about 2021, and that was around the time I met Mr. Nat, who is the other guy in my group Beat Theory. So yeah, I'd say around 2021's when I really started actually like making music and writing tracks and recording. Yeah.
So how long ago were you 21?
I was 21 13 years ago. Yeah, nearly 13 years ago now.
So you've been in it for 13 years?
Yeah, just about, yeah. Yep.
So we can basically consider you one of the veterans of the Canberra hip-hop scene, can't we?
Well, it's weird like that because I consider people who have been around longer than me veterans. I wasn't born and raised in Canberra. I'm from Sydney. So I've lived in Canberra about 8 or 9 years now though. So I've been around a while, I've done a bunch of gigs. there are people who I consider to be Canberra hip hop legends who have been around longer than me, but then there are dudes in Canberra who have been around like 1, 2, 3 years that think that I've been around for ages. So it's a matter of perspective. But yeah, I've gained a lot of greys since I started doing gigs in Canberra.
Rapper in the house. We got no G rapper in the house. Say it with me. OG rapper in the house. We got no G rapper.
Surely, man. Well, good on you. And like I've been following you recently, and you have been saying that you were almost about to hang up your headphones, and suddenly you found some inspiration or whatever it was. So, what was it that made you actually not hang them up?
Oh well. Aside from just like a general like a writer's block, like aside from just not really focusing or feeling the need to focus on music for a bit, like I was doing a job that was like 7 days a week and I was on call. I left that job, but I still didn't pick up music again straight away. I got married, had a baby, like I bought a house. I don't know, just a lot of life shit got in the way, and I even picked up other hobbies as well. So it's like it's not even that I didn't have time for it. It's that when I had time, I was doing other shit. But like early this year, I just sort of felt a bit of an urge, and I started writing again. And I did a session, like sort of the moment that sort of like kick-started me writing and focusing on music again. I can credit to my boy ICM. He was offering some sessions on weeknights, and we did like a 2-hour session, and in that 2 hours we did a beat, and I wrote a verse and he wrote a hook, and we recorded it. It was just like, it's almost like proving to myself that yeah, I can still do this and like knock out a verse that I'm happy with in a short space of time. And I left that session thinking like, shit, maybe I'm not done with rap yet. And like from there, it's just been like signs and blessings on blessings, and it's been a mad time this year musically.
Great to hear that, man. So you have just signed up with a new label. Can you tell a little bit more about that?
Yeah. So back 2019, I did a gig in Glebe in Sydney, and it was organised by my mate BC, who's a Sydney artist, and. I'm not sure if it was also organised by, or he was just like instrumental in the night. He was DJing on the night, but I met a producer and DJ called Ghost Attack that night, and him and another artist called Mighty Ash. They have Ra Records, and so that night I did a solo set and I did a set with Beat Theory. And Ghost Attack really enjoyed it, and we've been trying to link up again since then, but then like COVID happened and I couldn't get to Sydney. We eventually did, like I did get to Sydney earlier this year, and we hit it off. We did a session, we recorded a bunch of stuff, and yeah, we kind of like, he offered to have me on the label. I also got to shout out BC, because he's also one of the Ra Records artists, and also Amber Dobbs. She's a very, very close friend of mine, and she was gunning for me to be on the label as well. But I kind of didn't want to cement that until I was able to get in the same room as Ghost Attack and find out that we actually had chemistry in the studio and were able to work together. So yeah, I'm looking forward to putting out some new tunes on Ra Records.
Please repeat, where is this label based?
It's based in Sydney, so which makes it a bit hard right now because I can't travel to Sydney. Like I really like the music that I want to put out through the label. I'd rather do it in-house, like record it at the Ra Records headquarters. But like in the meantime, I'm knocking out some feature verses. Like I've got a verse with one of my favourite MCs from Newcastle. I've got a verse with one of my favourite MCs from Melbourne. I'm not going to say who yet. That's up to them to sort of announce. But yeah, in the meantime, until I can get to Sydney and knock out my own stuff, I'm still working.
Sounds great, man. And besides music, so you had a family, had a child. I hear that you are doing some food stuff, food reviews. Just a few words about that. I think your listeners might be interested about that. Please tell us.
Yeah, it was a weird reception I got. Like, I just did this goofy video. Like, the first one was a few years ago. I did this goofy video where I reviewed a new, like, when they did like a new flavor or a new recipe for Vegemite, and people kept requesting that I review other stuff. Like, it wasn't anything special. I just did a selfie video of me like eating Vegemite and saying what I thought of it, and people like kept inboxing me, oh, you should do this one next, you should do this one next. So I don't know, every now and then I just put up a random video of me reviewing some sort of new snack or product, and people seem to eat it up.
Bro, well, keep doing it, because the one that caught my attention was about some new drink that you went out somewhere at the farm and you did, and I'm like, this is so good. Keep doing it, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I've done a few drink ones. Like, I'll tell you what, the Asian grocers, like Asian supermarkets, are the best place to find weird and wonderful new snacks and drinks and things like that. But yeah, I know that even my wife keeps telling me I need to like kick off a new page or an Instagram account just for these reviews. So I know I might do that next.
Yeah, do that. It might be even a YouTube channel. Yeah, exactly. But have you ever thought about like doing your reviews with rhymes and raps?
No, not really. I haven't. I've been keeping it separate from the music, but it might be something to consider for the future.
Wouldn't that be dope? Reviewed, spitting some bars.
Yeah. Maybe. I might need to get some other like Canberra artists involved as well and put them on the spot. Like, eat this and rap about it.
Bro, I think I'll be onto something. Imagine, I just can imagine you, Punktuation, a couple of other people rap and reviewing some product.
Oh man, Punktuation. He's like one of my favorite Canberra rappers right now. He's like that dude's like the whole package. He's got the bars, he's got wordplay, the multis. Him and I are into a lot of the same rappers as well. So like, yeah, that dude is on another level.
Cool, man. I wish you all the best in your upcoming endeavors. I'm so happy that I always like to see the artists sort of when I'm back. I'm glad to see that you're back. I wish you all the best. Looking forward. You've got energy, right? You've got an energy. I have not listened to much of your music yet. I will, but I can feel the energy, bro. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you for having me. Yeah, I'm keen to get out some new music soon. I'm also working with another duo called VSP, which is me and another MC called Pine. That'll probably be the next full project I put out, but then after that I'll have some solo stuff out. Thank you very much for having me.
Looking forward to the solos and more and more music, brother. Thank you.
It's making calls, these schools like talk on the dean up on the board. You trailing thin ice and you taking the plunge. Try smoking a verse, I bet you pop off the line. Black on the rise, rock yourself, these are beast, man. Rock your swag, yourself is soft, man. Get it on the track, but you probably should Jordans, go Roma. No, we're making new pictures of this old school cat. And my style is big, screaming reckless, needs respect to keep my things from the sun. Like I would be getting internet, and they couldn't project this not be good. You both get pretty good. Motherfuckers stand clear.
How can you hear me, brother? See, it's a fucking context. He's fucking rapping too loud.